Hey. Hey folks. We are Not Dying. And this is another episode of Childhood Revisited. This time we're going to play this game, this little game here. I think it's from a series that none of you have ever heard about.
Yeah.
Like we are digging out the obscure stuff now.
Yeah. That was very unknown.
Yes. So this is Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness, with the add-on Beyond the Dark Portal. But we're just gonna play some of this, I guess.
Yeah.
Take a look at it.
Of course.
Yeah. So this is a game that your father had, right?
My father had Warcraft 2 on his working Macintosh computer.
Yeah. So he works as a like designer.
Yeah.
And he had his office in the same house we lived in. So yeah, he had Warcraft 2. And at some point you came and said, hey, my father has this cool game. And because only your father had it up in his office, there was always this kind of, oh Christ, interesting. There was this kind of mystique around this game.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. I think I kind of remember the way you pitched it to me back then, and that was kind of like the Settlers too, but different, something like that.
Oh, interesting.
With more fighting or something like that.
I don't remember that.
And like looking back, that is so interesting because that was kind of the frame of reference that we had, right?
Yeah.
For like a game where you build stuff. Settlers, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously a very different game.
So yeah, this is the game I played with my father together.
Yes. Yes. And later, when you had your own PC and so on, we then got it and played a lot more of it.
Yeah.
Than with. Yeah, but for you it goes much further back because I had like one or two instances where I was up there with you and played it with you too.
Oh,
but, that was the intro. Yeah. Oh yeah, replay introduction. We can watch the intro if you want.
Yeah, we should do that. But one fun fact that I may mention in another childhood. The interesting thing is that we played Warcraft 2 together, but I was not allowed to play Command and Conquer or to watch someone playing Command and Conquer.
Okay.
I guess that's because it's more serious or not comic-like.
Yeah. I mean, Warcraft 2, I remember, like, it's really cartoony if you play it now. And we're going to, but I'm finding this game actually pretty gruesome.
It is, yes.
And I remember the manual of the game, and there were like artworks, like in this style basically. Like this stuff here. And that was really grim. I remember that.
I don't remember the art style.
Like where there was chopped off heads and beheadings and stuff like that, and with blood, and that left an impression on me. Okay, so let's replay the introduction, and then we're gonna start playing something.
Yeah. So this game was you had to be 16 in Germany to play this game.
That was the age restriction, right? Yeah. Replay introduction. Let's see. And we were obviously much younger.
Once mighty army of Azeroth lay among the blackened and charred remains of Stormwind Keep. Those that escaped fled
Look at the water.
Oh yeah.
Tales of the suffering they had faced at the hands of the orcish hordes. Eager to engage in battle once again, the orcs constructed ships of war to bear them across the Great Sea.
Look at those artifacts.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this is compressed.
Also the resolution.
Orcish warriors
Yeah.
for the sounds of battle to fill the air and look to the far horizon for new blood to spill. Using the weapons forged by their new allies, the humans made haste to prepare for the onslaught. While dwarven cannon were being loaded, others armed themselves with elven steel and mail.
Cannons, yes.
Now, united in arms with new allies against a common foe, mankind stands at the shores of destiny and awaits the coming of the tides of darkness.
Yeah, Tides of Darkness. I think this game actually has a bit of a... I think the theme, they were going for, is like, hey, we have naval units. Even though that's actually not that big in the game, I think. But that was like
depends.
it depends on the map. But that was kind of the big thing. I mean, it's called Tides of Darkness, and if you look at on the box cover, there is actually a captain, and they are on a ship. And in the first one, it's a knight and a foot soldier of the orcs. So
yeah, I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah, but that. Yeah, that's kind of like the, hey, we have naval stuff now. I think because Command and Conquer and so on, I think, was this after Command and Conquer?
I don't know what was first.
Yeah, I think it was after the first Command and Conquer at least. And there are no naval units in that. There are ships in the game, but no, yeah. Also, funnily enough, when you were talking about not being allowed to watch Command and Conquer, at some point I got Command and Conquer Red Alert from a friend, and I always hid that from my parents.
We knew.
Okay, so let's just start a game, right?
Yeah.
Shall we start a campaign? Or just...
Yeah, I mean, it's really slow, boring start.
Yeah. How about we start a campaign and...
then we go into
a custom scenario? Yeah. So, the one weird thing about Warcraft 2 is that the campaigns are essentially the same. They are not in sequence. So in both campaigns you start with, hey, build 2 farms and whatever. And so I don't know, it's kind of weird when you play... So I think you are supposed to be able to pick which one you want to play as.
Yeah.
And it's not... Yeah, it's not meant to be in sequence, which is kind of strange, but like all the later games I think weren't doing this anymore. Like StarCraft, for example.
Yeah.
In StarCraft you play this campaign, then this campaign, and this campaign. Then this campaign. And I think Beyond the Dark Portal it's also different because they are obviously meant to be played after Tides of Darkness.
Yeah, of course.
Shall we start Orc campaign maybe?
Yeah, sure.
So,
backstory time.
Yeah.
The Horde is preparing to launch an assault against the mainland of Lordaeron.
I'm pretty sure that the voice acting is probably not professional voice actors, but someone at Blizzard.
Probably
one of the devs.
Hey, you have a nice voice.
Come in, we need some. Yeah. Yeah, come on. So yeah, in the off case that you don't know what Warcraft is, this is of course a basic real-time strategy game. And you build buildings, you gather gold and wood, and build units and kill
the enemy.
Kill the enemy. So yeah, Warcraft 1, in Warcraft 2, the 2 races, humans and orcs, are basically the same, essentially. There isn't much difference between them. I think that would start with StarCraft, where they went like, hey, let's make them extremely different, and but balance them and so on. In this game, like, there are slight differences. I think it's mostly the spells of some units.
Yeah, and the kind of attack moves.
Yeah,
maybe.
But it's not like, I think every unit kind of has an equivalent on the other side.
Yeah, that's the case.
So these guys are basically the same, for example. These are the normal soldiers. They are the same on either side. And so yeah, this is a very simple game if you go back to it. But I think because it's so simple, it has a kind of I don't know, there are games that are really simple, but in that way are kind of elegant and work really well because of that. And I think this is actually the case here. It's a really fun, quick game to play.
Build more workers.
Yes, sorry. So you go shopping and more workers. I think we need to build
More gold.
Yeah.
We need 2 farms at least.
Yeah, 2 farms.
4 farms
So
and
it's
a barracks.
that's kind of misleading. It says build 4 farms, but you need to have 4 farms.
Yeah.
Not build 4 farms. And yeah, so that's how this game starts. And it's really slow. I think the second mission then is I don't know, like the first few missions are all like build some stuff, are really easing you into the game.
Yeah, it's
And,
like the tutorial.
Yeah. But it's not an explicit tutorial, but it's just, hey, here's something
Yeah,
easy.
leading you easily to the game.
Yeah. And this is now
Mechanics.
and there's not much more. This is just
To this map. Yeah.
to this map. Now we have to build some more farms and bingo. And so this will go on and become harder and harder, and at some point you have beat the campaign, I guess. So
But there are also different kinds of objectives, like rescuing some units and bringing them to your base.
yeah, I think that's
something like
actually
that.
already the second or something.
The second or third.
Yeah. So they are actually, I think the mission design is actually kind of cool in this, because it's very varied actually.
Yeah, they already had that figured out back then.
So that's cool. And yeah, I think this might actually be a fun thing to play through. Just
It
for
is,
shits and
indeed.
giggles. Again.
It is also challenging, and I saw some videos on YouTube. Some people still play it competitively.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, it's since both. I mean, it works really well for that because it's so well balanced. Because everything is kind of the. The races are basically the same, right? Okay, so.
Also, there are so specific sounds they use that I will always remember.
Yeah, they're also kind of ingrained in my head. I also want to get at least to the next map because I want to show some goofy stuff. But we're gonna see. I think we're gonna be done with this in short time. Once the stuff is all built. Yep, you are done. And yeah, that's that. That's the first mission. So the first mission of the humans is exactly the same. It's also built 4 farms and the barrack, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I think you maybe have to recruit some troops, maybe.
I think that's also the second mission of the humans. I've recently played like 2 missions of the human campaign, and yeah.
Our spies report that the band
See, this is now rescue
soldiers have
the
captured
person
a
and return
war
him to the
party
circle
led
of
by Troll Commander Sun.
So let's do that.
You interrupted the guy saying the guy's name.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so
Now there's an interesting thing we can say about the troop selection.
yeah, you can only select 9 units at once. And
Yeah.
that is kind of always the big sticking point of going back to this game. Like the first game is even worse. You can only select 4 units in that
Yeah.
one.
Was it
And-
not 6? 4?
I think it was 4.
Oh, that's
actually.
brutal.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, like the first game followed up on Dune 2, and that did not have any multiple unit selection, and that is hardcore. But yeah, that was kind of weird. And then with StarCraft, they had 12, and I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of. I think that's kind of their. No, you play this game the way we want you to play it. And that's the way.
And it was also not possible what is now standard in the strategy games, that you can group units with shift
Yeah.
or control 1 and number keys.
Yeah.
And that was not the case back then.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that didn't work. So you can't do that basically. Nothing will happen if you do it. I think that may actually go back to Age of Empires or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe one of the first of those. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not really all that well versed in real-time strategy. I think that's actually already the guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's him. Yeah, that's
That are the ranged units
Yeah.
of the orcs.
Yeah, they're basically the
Ranger.
yeah, the equivalent of the Elven Rangers. I think this is. Oh no, we need to take him to a circle somewhere.
Yeah, we have to fight our way through.
Yeah. On the human side, you have to just rescue a bunch of archers.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you can just take them back immediately. Like this mission takes like
But they
1
are,
minute.
They are on the other
No, it's
corner of the map. It's well, it's not a larger map, but
Yeah.
it's a bit more to fight, I think.
I have played like 2 or 3 days ago. I've played the
Yeah.
second mission of the
Okay.
humans, and it's yeah, it's real fast. You
Yeah.
can't really. You can finish that in like 1 or 2 minutes.
And you have the option to build a base, but you don't really need that.
Really need that, no. And yeah, so that's basically the campaign. It's awesome. Also, there's one thing I want to. Oops. There are no critters around.
Yeah, that's a pity.
So there's always a goofy thing that you can do. That's just.
Look out! Missed me! That tickle.
So
I would not do such things if I were you. My tummy feels funny.
yeah,
Excuse me.
stuff like that. You can click on things and they get annoyed. Okay, shall we end this scenario?
Yeah.
And let's go back to the menu. And let's just start a normal
Custom.
scenario. Alright, so select scenario. Built-in scenarios. There's obviously also a map editor in this. Which is cool.
Well, there is a nice anecdote to
Yeah?
this. Yeah.
Okay.
So much about obviously when we were in holidays, when we were in France camping,
Yeah.
and we were thinking about, oh man, how cool would it be if we could make our own map?
Don't remember that.
And we imagined how we would build the map, like we would place a mine there and
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And my father said, "Oh no, there's such thing like that," because the map editor is not inside the game.
It's
itself.
another
It's
executable, yeah,
you can-
right.
and that's
Yeah, that's the real. Yeah, sure. I think it's actually in the. Yeah. What shall we pick here? Oil is the key.
that is
let's-
a water map.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, sure.
I think we're probably not going to do the whole thing.
No.
But, let's play the humans now.
Oh sure.
Resources, yeah, opponents. I don't know. 2 opponents, I don't know. What shall we pick here? Forest. That's also kind of funny. You can actually maps have a tile set, but you can totally change the tile set to something else.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's start this. And there we go. Oh yeah. Let's start with nothing actually. Let's see where we
Yeah,
have.
it's just build the
Mine.
thing
Yes, me lord.
Yeah, I want to see where the mine is.
down there, basically,
Probably, yeah.
or somewhere at least.
Yeah, let's build the thing. We can see. Yeah, I don't know what they were getting at with the peasants, that they are so stupid. They sound so stupid. I think there's a little bit of classism there. Yeah. So yeah, Blizzard games. I don't know. We kind of fell off of them after, I think after Diablo 2, I guess. Diablo 2 we played a lot. Then we
Yeah.
got Warcraft 3.
I have Warcraft 3. I bought it when it came out, but I was totally not fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I am totally into Warcraft 2, and Warcraft 3 was nah. I know a lot of people will now scream,
Yeah.
but Warcraft 3 is
Yeah.
But
I know. But
no,
just
it was starting with the 3D style.
yeah. Right. We were always kind of anti-3D Nazis of sorts.
Yeah.
And that was always like, I remember when like Zelda Ocarina of Time came out, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm never gonna play this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's basically us.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we played a lot of StarCraft actually.
Built
That
another
was
peasant.
oh, yeah, right. So we played a we played a lot of StarCraft.
Built a farm.
We played yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, we played a lot of StarCraft.
Yeah.
We played a bunch of Diablo 2, I remember.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of it. Funnily enough, I can't really play Diablo-style games anymore.
Yeah.
Well, because I always think like, it's so...
It's repetitive.
Yeah.
And boring.
This type.
I bet I could play Diablo 2 again.
Yeah, that could work. We should try that at some point.
But another...
Yeah, I actually have Diablo 3, and it's so... Everything is just...
Try it in the bottom right of your headquarters.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Build another guy.
No, I can't, because we don't have enough gold.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, I don't really like games where everything is just arbitrary progression. Just finding items and stuff like that. And yeah. So this is an interesting map, definitely. So this might actually be completely terrible. Well, that's us, right?
Our pure strategy skills.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But it's not about that. It's about reminiscing about the games or whatever. So let's just walk around with this guy
and fight hordes of orcs.
Yeah. I also want to actually like no critters. It's kind of bad because there's also something that we have to show.
Did you make the fuck?
Well, but this will be terrible. So let's end this.
Did you make saves from your campaign, the human campaign?
Oh, I don't actually know.
Because I think I remember the third map to be really. I enjoyed the third map.
No, I think I did not make saves. Can you maybe cheat to? No, we can't. Looking that up would be tedious. Let's do another custom scenario.
Sure. Or maybe the same scenario now that we know where the...
let's take a different one.
Okay.
River 4, Garden of War, crossover, critter attack. Then we will have a bunch of critters. Rivers?
I think I maybe know what the critter attack is.
Okay. Let's just do this. Let's just do this and see what happens. Okay.
Hey,
right.
that looks reasonable.
Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so. Also, we start with a bunch of gold.
That was a stupid map.
Yeah, that was weird. But okay. I want to explore a bit. Speeds. Increase the game speed.
Oh, whoa. Hold your horses.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I think maybe back then we had it in really low speed.
Could be.
Like they were walking in...
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember actually. So yeah, obviously Warcraft, the Warcraft series would then at some point turn into World of Warcraft. And that's now basically what that is. I remember we got World of Warcraft.
And I know we were really hyped before it came out.
Yeah. I think the idea of walking around in the Warcraft universe was actually what sold us on this. But then when we played it, yeah, that was really cool. Also, I remember that being really awesome. Actually, to play an orc and walk around and do all this. I think you had a Tauren.
Yeah, right.
And I played an orc or something. But then it's also a MMO RPG, and then it becomes kind of that was kind of then where the problem was with the game, and because like all the grinding and so on, we just stopped playing it.
Yeah, I also didn't like to play together with other people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Too much. I liked playing with you, but it was boring when you were not online.
Yeah,
so we got it as soon as it came out. I think that was in the January 2004 or something.
Yeah, like immediately when it came out.
Yeah. So we were one of the first World of Warcraft players.
Yeah, I think we were actually. Did we play in the beta as well?
I think we had really trouble. We downloaded the beta stuff, and we had to make 7 CDs or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it had problems. I couldn't make it work, so I don't think we had the beta working.
Okay, yeah.
And I only played 6 months.
Yeah.
Half a year World of Warcraft. And
I remember that I did not get a character to maximum level.
Yeah, I think mine was 32 or something like that.
Yeah, not much higher. And so that didn't really work. Like for many people it did. Like many people fell into that game hard.
Yeah.
But for us it just didn't, I don't know, maybe we're not wired that way or something.
Build more farms.
Yeah. I'm really not... Oh. Yeah.
Build more... guys, yeah.
And I mean, I like playing RPGs, but the MMORPG thing. But I like playing RPGs for different reasons than for the progression and items and so on. I think so.
You mean like immersion and story and telling and
and also mechanics. I like it when like we have really. Yeah, I like number crunching and. Tactical combat and so on. I like RPGs when they are hard, but not hard because you haven't grinded enough, but hard because, I don't know. Maybe actually, it could actually be had I played enough World of Warcraft to get to the raid stuff, where you really have to be skillful in your execution and so on. Maybe I would have had fun with that. I don't know, but never got as far, so. Doesn't matter.
I remember I had a guild and I made some raids.
Okay.
But most of the time I was too weak, but it was fun nonetheless. But nothing that.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So and that was kind of it with us and Blizzard. I got the later games mainly also because a friend of mine. Worked at Blizzard Europe for a time. He doesn't anymore, but so I basically got keys for like most of the later games, StarCraft and Diablo 3 and so on.
I remember you got a beta key for StarCraft 2 for me too.
Yeah.
So this is something I played in beta, but
I mean, it's let's explore for a bit.
Don't forget to build stuff.
Yeah.
You can just press the attack or A key and place it somewhere on the map.
Yeah. Alright, so but that was kind of it with us and Blizzard, I guess. Which is okay. We got a lot of fun out of those guys. So I'm fine with it. It's just not like the direction they took is not all for me. Have you ever any intention in getting into maybe Overwatch or something like that? I mean, that's the big new thing by them.
I have absolutely no idea what that is, except that I know it's a shooter like
Team Fortress.
Like Team Fortress. I see a lot of stuff on the internet about Overwatch. I think we may be on an island.
Yep, I think that might actually be it.
on the edge of a map, while that should be a river, since the map is called River.
Yeah, right. You're right. But I think we need both.
Yep.
Okay, well, there you
More guys in the
shipyards.
mine.
Yeah. Oops, yeah, another farm. We don't have enough for the farm. Oh no, we have.
So maybe it is a fun game, don't know. I had some fun playing Overwatch, but it's also an Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
But that is also not that kind of a game that I
Yeah.
play too much.
Yeah, I like shooters. As you
Yeah,
probably
me
but
too,
no,
but-
yeah. I always had more fun with Counter-Strike, I think.
Yeah, me too. But also that's nothing I play too much now,
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
There was a time that I played really much, and I became decent in playing Counter-Strike, but
Yeah. Counter-Strike also became, like, Counter-Strike Go is a cool game, but it became kind of weird with all the...
that is an oil
Oh yeah.
ship.
Whatever. We will need oil, so... So that's the third resource, of course, it's oil, and that's only for sea stuff. So, yeah. Destroyer? Okay, so we can't...
Build
I think we need the
Yeah, we would need the
blacksmith maybe for... Oh no, we need foundry? I don't know what we need for the transport ship.
Build the other thing on the right.
This one.
Oh no, that's an oil refinery.
Yeah.
Okay, then the thing in the middle.
This one.
Yeah.
Foundry. Oh no, we need oil for that, so... Let's build the refinery right now. Is it this way? Do they take the oil to the refinery or to...
I
don't
know. I think to the refinery.
Okay, so... Alright. Now we just need to find some oil, I guess.
Oil in a river.
Yeah, of course. Don't you read the news? Oh yeah, there we go. The oil platform there. Okay, so we get this.
More wood.
Yeah,
And we built another farm then.
yeah. Right.
You can explore with your attack ship.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that, I guess. Yeah, we had a phase where we were playing a lot of like real-time strategy games, right?
Yeah.
So we got really big into Age of Empires, the first one mainly.
The first one we played a huge amount, a really lot.
Yeah. And
There's another oil platform, like two more, I think, maybe.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's one here. That's actually the better one.
Built another oil ship.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah. All right.
Maybe also a turret next to your shipyard.
Yeah.
They need another forest.
Okay. So. Also, you can upgrade this at some point.
You should.
Yeah, we don't have enough stuff for that.
Yeah, more wood. Huh?
Work complete.
Work complete. How about you build another farm directly? And okay.
Can you build, or how much does it cost to
Build
build
a
the
foundry.
other? Yeah.
400, so one more shipment of oil. Okay.
Work complete. Yes, Captain. I would love to. I would love to. You're the captain. You're the captain. I would love to. Destroy. I would love to.
Oh,
This is why I'm
I would love
mean building a turret.
yeah. Oh, I think those are the submarines actually.
Whoa. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
There is no such thing like submarines.
Yes, there is.
There is?
In Warcraft, yeah. See, they are shooting it.
I would love to. You're the captain.
Yes, there is.
I think I failed at life. I don't remember that.
I would love to.
Yeah, we can't actually... I don't know how you can actually detect them. I think we're fucked.
Maybe with a turret?
Maybe. That thing is gone.
Don't build it too... Yeah, it will be attacked while...
Yeah, fuck it.
Build more ranged units.
Alright. Work complete.
Don't mind me.
They did mind him. Yeah. How about we end this? I think this is actually... I think we covered most of what we wanted to cover with this.
Like losing?
Yeah, like that, for example. Oh yeah, I want to do one more thing. I want to...
Surrender?
Yeah, I want to surrender pitifully. Just one goofy thing. Let's do the critter thing.
Yeah. So you remember what that was?
Yes, I remember what that was. I think this is something we just randomly found out at some point.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, and we had fun for days. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. And that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, so I bet most of the people would know what happens since they know Warcraft 3.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing there.
Yeah, or similar things with
Yeah.
spam clicking units.
Yeah. Well, that's that, I guess.
But I remember, I don't know where that was, that there was a map full, every time was filled with critters.
Yeah, there was one.
Except
Or did we make it
your-
ourselves?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's Warcraft 2. It's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the extent of Blizzard. I don't know. Are there any other Blizzard games we would do a childhood related on? Maybe Diablo
Diablo.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mainly it. I think I had a demo version of Warcraft 1 actually. So
You
that I
had,
played
yes,
back then.
that's right. You had the demo.
So that would actually, we did not really play that.
No, I
because
was-
we already had Warcraft 2.
And I was
Or you
not
had-
excited.
Yeah.
And it was only the first 3 levels.
Yeah, it was something like that. But that would actually qualify for a childhood. So maybe we're going to do that, revisit that, just go back and see how that game works. I think it's really, that one might actually be really tough to go back to.
Yeah.
Because I think it's very slow and yeah, I don't know.
4 units.
Yeah, you can only select 4 units, and I think it does not have right click to do something,
Oh.
and you have to, yeah, stuff like that.
We-
We could have shown that.
Yeah. There were
Yeah.
some later units.
Yeah. So later units are like, for example, the knights and so on.
The knights and the ogres are the counterpart.
Yeah, right. And
I was disappointed that Warcraft 3 the orcs had no ogres anymore.
Yeah.
They were some neutral creatures.
Yeah, right.
What bullshit is that?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Then there's the mage
The
and
mage,
the
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
it's like this dark skeleton mage necromancer
Sorcerer, yeah.
person. Yeah.
Then there are the air units, the unarmed one like the helicopter
And the dragon or griffin,
the
right.
zeppelin,
Yeah.
and then the dragon and griffin, which were basically also the same.
Yeah.
That had these chain attack.
Firewalls. Yeah, that was really tough.
And
yeah. In terms of ships,
the-
there were also
there-
like
there
the,
were
the
the,
giant ships.
no.
No, fuck me. Ah, jeez.
You're trained to
Yeah, to skip that shit.
the kaboom units, the
Oh, yeah,
dwarves
they
and
blow-
the
Those blow themselves up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suicide bombers.
Yeah,
the kaboom units.
Yeah, they were necessary to blow up mountains. On some maps you had to go through mountains, and therefore you needed to use the kaboom units. And then, we saw the normal attack ship.
Yeah, and then you also had like
a bigger one.
A bigger one. That was, I think, Dreadnought or something.
Yeah.
They were really expensive, but also really tough.
Yeah.
And
and apparently there are submarines.
Yeah, and there are submarines.
I don't remember them.
Yeah, I think there are submarines.
We have to Google how they look.
Yeah.
Don't skip that, please.
I was about to. Oh, no,
ballistas.
Ballistas, yeah.
And a catapult for the orcs.
Yeah. So yeah, with those you always had to be careful because
they make splash damage and also hurt your own units.
Yeah, and the problem is they would auto attack and would always fuck you up. Would always had to micromanage the shit out of these guys. I remember being so annoyed with that. But yeah,
I think that was all the units. Not many.
Also, you could also upgrade the ogres and the knights to paladins and ogre mages, I think, and they would then have spells as well.
That's correct.
That's actually
I think that those were mostly buff spells.
Yeah, I think so. Like healing spells and buff spells and so on. But I think in like higher level Warcraft 2 play, I think all those spells and so on become really important. I guess so. You have to micromanage all your mages while everything else is going on and so on. I think that is kind of the thing with this game.
I think also a key play is like with the augurs, they can the spell is like a flying eye that is basically a scout.
Yeah, right. I think that is actually where most of the differences between the humans and orcs come in. It's mostly the spells. I think the spells are actually completely different for both of them.
They
don't have equivalents, but they are completely different, and that's kind of the thing. So yeah, that is Warcraft 2, I would say. Or do you have anything else to say?
I was just about to say that the skeleton sorcerer of the orcs could revive corpses into skeleton units.
Yeah. You had to do that before they rotted away.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's the intro again.
Yeah, that's the intro again.
So, but I think that's
it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Warcraft 2. I think you cannot get it online, but I think those Blizzard Anthology packs are still sold. So you can still get a PC version. What you will then get is an updated version of Warcraft 2, which is called the Warcraft 2 Battle.net edition, and this has then Battle.net capabilities, so it's easier to play that online. This one also has, I think, but only modem play or something, like this stuff, and it can be tough. I think if you use something like Hamachi, this is the original DOS version of the game, which I'm using because that's much easier to get to run. We actually own the Battle.net edition and the original version, and also the Mac version.
The Mac version, yeah.
So
we own all the versions.
Between us, we have all the Warcraft 2 that you could ever need, and so yeah. Also, one more thing. There was of course an add-on to Warcraft 2, which is called Beyond the Dark Portal, and I think maybe the submarines are from the add-on, and that's the reason you don't know.
Maybe, and I didn't play very much of the add-on.
I remember that the campaign for the add-on is really tough.
Yeah. And I think that's the first time like Thrall appears.
Yeah, that could be right. Like this big, huge figure in Warcraft 3, and then also World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah, and I think also in the movie even.
Now it's always something that I think Blizzard kind of lost it in terms of like storytelling. Like this is like in Warcraft 2, everything is so goofy. It's weirdly sincere, but really goofy, really trashy in a way.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of lost that later on. I think they are taking themselves. I mean, they are still very colorful and cartoony, but they kind of, I don't know, they kind of take their own laws way too seriously. That's also the problem with Diablo 3. Like the story of Diablo 3 is terrible. and it takes itself so seriously.
I have never.
Diablo 2 is just, I don't know, like take any stupid heavy metal album and then you have Diablo 2, right? But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you're fighting. A human is fighting the devil itself.
Yeah, and Warcraft 2 is also really simple. Like humans are fighting orcs, and there's some story around it, but that's basically it.
Yeah,
in your face. And in Warcraft 3, everything got really complicated.
Don't skip.
Yeah, and I don't know. Oh yeah, that's just these guys fighting each other. Yeah, I don't know. They kind of lost me with. I'm not interested in lore. I think that stuff is boring. And yeah, I don't know. I think the humans are gonna win. Or not. Well,
so that's the bloody part. Why it?
Yeah, that's actually really. Also, in this world, corpses decompose pretty quickly.
Yeah, but that's because of
of the
spell mechanic.
Yeah, they have to.
I guess.
Yeah. Maybe the orcs are going to win. Oh, it skips itself. Okay, well, now we're gonna finish. This is one of the longer Chartered Revisited, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Apparently all the strategy games are long videos.
Yeah, right. Well, that's that. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.